Okay, people, it's been a while since I put up my last video. I was thinking about Satan's Little Season and watched a lot of content about it here on YouTube. So it got me thinking that absolutely we are living in that period of time. It's my opinion. I leave everyone to make up their own minds. But for me, and in my experience, I'm absolutely convinced that we are in those times, in that period of time and history. So what led me to think that way, not just mentioning in the Bible and Bible verses where Jesus in Gospels talk about his imminent return. But okay, we can think this, that, maybe it's translation, maybe he thought about something else, but the word says what it says. So who am I to think different, you know? But let's keep one thing in mind. This is not division. This is not something that this theory and this thoughts isn't something that should divide the church. Or the bride, you know. We are all brothers and sisters. But just in my personal opinion, and it resonates with me, is that we are in the Satan's Little Season, in the chapter 20 of the book of Revelation. More and more, I'm convinced in that. So, you might ask how, Petar? How we are? How are you convinced? Let me tell you. I'm convinced because take a look at the world around you. Everything is fraud and deception. Everything. Take a look at the relationships, for example, and the broken families, family units, all over the world, all over the, especially Western world, civilized world, you know. Take a look at that. Take a look at the amount of sorrow, amount of cluster B disorders amongst the people, broken people everywhere, lack of morals, lack of lack of morals, lack of loyalty, lack of commitment, selfishness, levels of fraud and fraudulent society is skyrocketing. Just take a look. The prices, the cost of living, divorced parents, kids growing in the single family units or broken families. And everything is cool, everything is nice, everything is, you know, when you turn on the TV, everything is, wow, beautiful, you know. They talk, those talking heads, you know. That's why I'm not watching TV anymore. A long time ago, I've stopped watching TV. It sickens me, you know. So, what other fruits of the little season today we have? Well, technical advancement. You might say, wow, but that's a good stuff. No, yeah, but take a look at the cost of living, for example, and cost, finances, energy. Some researchers on YouTube and some people came to conclusion that in Millennial Kingdom the energy was free. Absolutely, there was energy, and energy have been harvested from ether, especially with those buildings and every other stuff that we had back then. So sometimes I get frustrated, you know, and sometimes I need encouragement to ride this time, since I have my own problems, and hope, sincerely hope, that we are near the end. And take a look a bit on that. It's just, you know, something to think about. That comet, that they speak about, like that 31A Atlas, I think it's called. That comet, that some unidentified object, they say it's a comet, it's probably, but maybe it's, they say maybe it's not, so they don't know exactly what it is, but it is, they said that it will pass near the Earth, and maybe even hit or cause some disruptions here. So they all already think it's maybe alien, you know, technology. So we need a military response to it. I just heard some time ago about that. Let's make this as in some kind of an angel. So do they prepare us for the oncoming alien attack? You know what is written in chapter 20, at the end of the little season, how it will end. It's written that Gog and Magog will make a war against the camp of the saints and the beloved city. Is that maybe that situation? Who knows? We shall see. And I wanted also to say some good thing. We need to endure this little season. And ride it till the end, you know. Because we are at the end of time. Afterwards, it will be glorious, you know. All this will be just in the past, you know. All this chaos that is going on in the world and in all our lives. All of this will be just past tense, you know. And we will rejoice, finally. That's the something that we look forward to. And good thing is also that according to prophecy, it will soon end. It will soon end. So people, stay strong. Be in the Holy Word daily and good thing is also, I think that's just my opinion, that God is now releasing this spirit for some reason, because this knowledge on YouTube is getting bigger and bigger attention. Bigger and bigger attention, and more people are tuning in. This subject, and I think it's the Holy Spirit work of the Holy Spirit amongst the people. Let's make this like some kind of fire from the helmet, you know. Holy Spirit do His work, Father's work, and in these times it awakens us for the coming end of all age, all age. This is just some sketch for fun, you know. And all I wanted is to record this video and give my opinions. Stay strong in this day and age, in these terrible, terrible times where where everything is fraud. Everything, basically, everything is fraud. Everything. And hypocrisy, of course. So, let's make this head a bit more. This is just a sketch, you know. Maybe I'll paint it later. This is it. Anyway, people, stay strong. Watch out and look for the truth. Let the Holy Spirit guide you in this time. And as we're waiting for our King, which is reigning and have been ruled for 1,000 years, but we forgot it through the generations because of the education system and everything that is under Satan's control. Keep in mind that Jesus is King and He will be back. He will, in fact, show Himself and His saints also. And don't get deceived and go to war when comes the moment. That's all I have to say for now in this video. See you. Bye.